I don't know about you, but when I get into stuff and projects, even like the cables last night in the computer,
really
and the
get
live
into
stream, I get hyper focused on it.
Yeah.
I get super hyper focused on it, and like to the point where I might like neglect other things.
Yeah, I'm 100% like that.
And like I love it because like I'm doing something and I'm into it, but then like I might mess up my training. And like training is the same way.
Yeah.
If I get really, really into
You have
training,
to drop the ball on something else.
yeah. which I like, but I don't like.
Yeah.
Because I want to balance. I don't want to like give up the podcast. I don't
Yeah.
want to give up creating content. You know what I mean? I
That's-
want to be there with the kids and the family.
That's kind of like in past relationships, I've always been like bad at that.
Really?
Yeah, always been bad at that. Like I'll get into the gym or whatever, and then the girl I'm seeing or dating at the time will be like, I haven't heard from you in like days.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just really busy, really.
Yeah.
Like I just like I said, get super hyper focused on stuff, and then I just like fall off. And I'm not defending it because like I know it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's something that I need to fix, but
Yeah.
it's tough. Once I get, like you said, once I get into something, I just want it done right. I want to give
Yeah.
it my all. I want to make sure, I execute it right. I want to make sure it's nice when it's finished.
Same.
Right. Even so, I had my client compete yesterday, and people are asking me like, "When are you going to compete again? When are you going to compete again?" And I'm like, I can't give it 100 right now.
Yeah.
And I know what it takes to compete at a high
Exactly.
level and like do well.
Yeah.
And if I can't give anything close to 100 right now, and
Yeah.
70 is not close enough to 100.
Yeah.
80 is not even close enough to 100.
Yeah.
If I can't do that,
Well, why, right?
I don't think I can do it.
You know what it
'Cause
takes.
I know
and you're
what it
going to be
takes.
brushing other stuff off. Yeah.
And I think-
like I ain't going to see Mike on no podcast if you're getting ready for a show. Like
not a happy Mike. Not a happy Mike.
No.
And I think even like with experience, I think I can balance life a little bit better, but still, like it takes what it takes.
Yeah.
That's a thing now too. I think with people is like we have this sense of people like entitlement and this like, oh well, like life balance and stuff like that. Like that's not how it works though.
Yeah, I know.
I used to have this phrase and it was just that. It takes what it takes.
100%. Yeah.
There's sometimes it can't take, you won't have a life balance
Yeah.
if that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's unfair for one person. It might be a lot easier because of their situation, because of their genetics, because of who they know, whatever.
Yeah.
But for you,
Yeah.
it's going to take what it takes.
That's a fact, bro.
That's it.
That's a
Right?
fact. That's a
Oh
fact.
yeah, man.
The training, do you think, because it's top of mind, you're talking about competitions and stuff, and not even hyper focused, but do you think some people like can be obsessed with like working out?
I think you need to be obsessed with working out, but it has to be a healthy obsession. Maybe that's a poor way of wording it, but I think that's the best way for me to word it. I think it should be a healthy obsession. I think it should be something that's constantly in the back of your mind, constantly there. Like okay, make healthy choices
Right.
most of the time.
Right.
Okay, I gotta make sure I get to the gym, even when I don't want to go. That's not a fair enough excuse.
That I agree with 100%. Always being healthy.
Yeah. And being cautious.
But what about the person that's like always like trying to look like the superhero like 24/7? Like always just dialed in like competition. And like what I'm thinking about is when I've done fitness shows, and I'm talking like fitness shows like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like my first like
Yeah.
almost like bikini fitness shows. Right?
Yeah.
There's girls that I seen.
Yeah.
And they did the show and they were just starting then, whatever.
Yeah.
And they got dialed in. And they started their fitness journey. They
Mm-hmm.
got dialed in. They look really good. They're always like doing their little pictures in the mirror, showing their butt. But like 15 years later, they're still
Doing the
the
same thing?
same thing. And I'm just like, there's got to be something else in life that you want to do other than to just take these booty photos and they don't even have like a massive following. Like
Yeah.
they may be a trainer, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
is that an
Like,
obsession? Like,
I don't know. That could be a number of things. It could be it could be an obsession. It could be it could be lack of confidence. It could be very like super. I don't know. It could be a lot
Yeah.
of things. But I think that who are we to judge? Like, if
facts.
if that makes you happy, that makes you happy. Do I think, yeah, there's other things that maybe if they were exposed to, they'd probably be like, oh, like this really makes me happy too. And maybe I should experience some of this too. Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
I think for me, when it's an unhealthy obsession is when you feel stressed and unhappy about it all the time. When it starts to, when it's more stress, there's more unhappy, negative feelings around something, with a lot of like negative behaviors. That's when I think it becomes an unhealthy obsession.
Like I'm working out, but
I'm miserable
because I can't do this.
I don't have a social life. I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm like borderline anorexic, or like there's like serious body dysmorphia issues on. I don't want to take pictures because I'm afraid of how I look if I eat the wrong thing. That's where it's like unhealthy. But if you get up in the morning and you do your thing and you make sure you do your thing every day, and that's really important to you, I don't know. I think that's more of a healthy obsession.
Yeah.
You have your social life. It's balanced though ish. Like you're not going out all the time and partying, but because that there's repercussions to your fitness if you do that.
Yeah.
You're not partying all the time. You're not drinking and into a bunch of drugs all the time, or again, like you said, you have a social life. Maybe you have a relationship. Whatever, you have your friends. That's to me like, okay, you're keeping up with like other aspects of your life. It's still somewhat like balanced.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You can balance that out. And I guess do other things as well too.
I say balance, but balance doesn't mean everything gets equal share of time. It just means that there's room for everything. To me, that's what balance
You're not
means.
completely neglecting other things
exactly
in life.
That's what balance means to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I rate that, man. I rate that. I don't know if I got the competition life in me anymore. Though.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I know what it takes, and I don't know. I'm happy to see other people do it, though.
Yeah.
I am happy to see other people.
I guess I just don't care enough. Like, you got to care. You got to want it.
Yeah.
Which we know.
Yeah.
If you really want something, you have to really want it. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Bodybuilding taught me that.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding taught me that. If you want something, you have to. There's a lot of people that they say they want something, and they don't want it. They just like it. You like it, but you don't want it.
Yeah,
because if you knew what it takes to have it, you would go for it and get it.
And that's why
and I say that with myself too, right? Like I know that there's stuff that I like, or like I want. I know this might sound terrible, but I want that Porsche. I want that Porsche. I want that GT2, GT3.
Yeah. And you got to really want it.
And I have to really want it. And I haven't, I know I'm working up to that, and I'm getting to the point that to do the things that I need to do to get there. But at this particular moment, I'm not there yet.
Yeah. But you will be.
I will be.
Alpha Nerds Podcast.
It will be. We get there.
I don't know. I think we're streaming on Kick right now. Maybe we got we got like 1,000 people watching. I don't know.
Maybe we don't.
Maybe we got like
maybe it's zero.